Morning. Today is Sunday, September 20th. Here's what's happening in the Griffith Homestead garden. We are getting near the end of the summer season. We still have some peppers coming along. We still have some tomatoes coming along. The Roma tomatoes are falling off the plants. I don't know if they're falling off on their own or if something is getting in the fence and knocking into the plant and bumping them off. But we've been getting some of that. The poblano peppers, some of the plants are still hanging in there. Several I've had to pull up because they're gone. I'm hoping this one hangs in long enough to finish producing these, because we've got a nice batch on this plant. Got another nice batch on this plant. This plant looks pretty happy right now. Those are hanging in there. They've got some small ones on there. We'll see what happens there. The Roma tomatoes still look relatively happy, and they are still producing. The Marconi red peppers, some of them are just doing fine, and others have given up the ghost. You can see I've left this one. This is the one that was about 6 feet tall. I've left one pepper on here to try to let it get as ripe as possible, so I'll have seeds for next year. This is a pretty nice pepper. It's not the biggest one, but this plant was one of the healthiest ones. So, but they're just starting to die back because of the change of season, I guess. Anyway, so we got some here, we got some here. You saw in the basket I got some. The carrots are doing pretty well. I've been picking carrots. The first row is about gone. That's the second row. And then here's the third row. They're coming along pretty well. The mortgage lifter tomatoes are getting a second wind. And I'm hoping that I get some nice ones off of here before the end of the year. I've got some nice ones coming along right here. Those aren't too bad. They're not great for mortgage lifter standards, but they're pretty good. Whoops. The cantaloupe, I just picked one kind of strangely shaped one, but we've still got a few cantaloupe left out here. It's starting to get near the end of the season. There's another one I need to put a can underneath to, there it is, to support it, keep it off the ground. Eggplant. I got one eggplant off of this one lonely plant, and I've got another one coming, and it looks like there's a third one coming along. And I'm surprised, but that's the only plant remaining. The potatoes. Potatoes are doing pretty well. I probably could pile up some more dirt on them, but this one seems to be having problems, but it's hanging in there. I see some green underneath there. Strawberries, of course, the strawberries are kind of buried, but no pun intended. Ugh. And the asparagus, of course, is kind of hidden in there too. I've got a lot of weeding I'm going to have to do in the next few weeks to finish this up. Oh, the two zucchini plants that I have. That one looks kind of funky. It's got a touch of powdery mildew on it. This one looks like it's doing all right. The third one never made it. Never even came up. And, of course, those strawberry plants over there. One other thing that I need to mention before we wrap it up is over here next to the carrots. You may remember last year I had the onions and the garlic planted over here. Well, the onions didn't make it because I planted them too late and got an early freeze. And then another early freeze. It was a pretty hard one, knocked them out. So I'm going to try to get them planted before the end of the month. As you can see, I've started clearing the area. I'm almost halfway done, or maybe a little more than halfway. And I'll probably try to run the tiller through it real quickly and get those things planted. So I've got, what, about 10 days in which to do it. I'd like to get it done before then. But that's what's going on here. I'm hoping to get some onions this year. Get them in the ground before it starts getting too cold, and I'll set up the soaker hose to irrigate it. So that is what's happening pretty much at the Griffith Homestead garden. Might even put in a few more fall crops. We'll have to see. Y'all have a great day.